Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. More concern has poured in for internally displaced persons in Borno State. Only this time, the expectant mothers are the lucky group. The National Emergency Management Agency has given maternity kits to over 410 women amongst the group. Now, NEMA says 60% of the internally displaced persons living in makeshift camps are the vulnerable group consisting of women and children.
Internally displaced persons have found temporary shelter in 23 makeshift camps across Maiduguri, the Borno State capital. 1,980 women spread across those camps are in various stages of pregnancy.
This selection was made from the camps that have women solely. And out of them, we selected 400. These women that you see here are women that are almost due to deliver within or between now to next month.
Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima says NEMA's intervention could not have come at a better time.
Believe me, none of these women sitting here is worth 20,000 naira. That has 20,000 naira in her kitchen. They are the poorest of the poor who deserve every empathy and support.
The beneficiaries are excited and thankful for the intervention.
When we fled from Boko Haram in Baga, we went to Niger before we were sent away. But the state government evacuated and brought us home, and we have been getting all the medical attention we need since we came to camp.
We thank Governor Kazim. We thank NEMA because they made sure we never lacked anything. We pray for safe delivery and good health.
Officials say out of the 12,000 Borno indigents trapped in the Cameroon Republic, 7,000 have already been evacuated back to Nigeria and are now taking refuge in Adamawa State.
Now we come back to the southwestern part of the country. Motorists who plied the Egbede-Erio roads in Ekiti State have been made to spend longer hours on their journeys. The federal road connecting Ekiti and neighboring states was blocked with sticks for several hours and impediments by angry residents from the communities to register their anger against the Benin Electricity Redistribution Company, over which they say has not supplied their communities electricity in the last 6 months. The monarch who led the protesters, Oba Adegoke Oluwadeyemi, alongside other traditional rulers, confirmed the claims of the residents. Meanwhile, the Benin Electricity Distribution Company officials, who refused to speak on camera, said the communities owe about 132 million naira debts from electricity consumed. It took the intervention of the Deputy Governor of the state, Mr. Kolakwo Olushola, before the frayed nerves were calmed.
The complaint in Aramoko now is that for the month of June and July, for instance, they brought a bill. The officials decided to come and dump the bill in Baba Lara's palace. Even when it is obvious that in the months of June and July, there is no single place in Aramoko and Irukiti where there is electricity supply, then where do they get the bills from? These are some of the agitation. These are some of the problems. And the committee that is going to be set up is going to address some of these issues, and we are going to interact with both parties.
For a very long time. And we have gotten to the point where we should ask the world what we have done. We want NEPA to tell us our faults. We want the Benin Electricity Distribution Company to tell us our faults. We have been alleged of not even paying when we are the highest paying community around this area. We are known for paying promptly and as a 20 due. But they have gone on air to tell us we are reluctant to even pay a thing.
And finally, on News Across Nigeria today, a 70-year-old man has been arrested by the police in Kaduna State for allegedly raping 2 teenage sisters at Angwa Kanarwa area of Kaduna North local government area. The police accused the suspect of serially raping the 2 sisters, whose ages are 3 years old and 7 years old. respectively. But the suspect, Abdul Kamer Ahmed, who lives in the same compound with the victims and their parents, denied committing the crime.
In the African culture, the elderly are usually granted a measure of respect owing to their age. But this 70-year-old man, Abdul Qadir Ahmad, has been accused of an act that commands only scorn whatever age one is. The man, who resides in Angwara Kanarawa area in Kaduna North area of Kaduna, North Central Nigeria, was recently arrested by the police for allegedly molesting these underage girls. According to the Commissioner of Police, the man was apprehended when parents of the victims reported the matter to the command. A medical examination was conducted on the two girls to confirm that they had been assaulted.
We arrested him about 3 months ago for the development of that small girl who is about 3 years old. We charged him to court. He was released on bail by the court. Then he went back again and touched the other senior sister who is about 7 years old for the same department, and he was brought to the police. We charged him to court and he was released. The third one now, he's repeating the same man. So now we are charging him to court, and then we make sure that this time around he's convicted.
But the suspect denies raping the girls.
They say I assaulted him. It's not true. They caught me 3 months ago. We even went to court, and the case is still on. I have appealed to the parents to pardon me. They refused. I have no idea how I could do this. Where could I have done this? My room? Where?
The mother of the girls narrates how her two daughters were sexually abused whenever she and her husband were away.
I went to the bathroom only for me to come out and could not find my daughter. All of a sudden, she appeared chewing coconut. I asked her where she was coming from. She told me she was coming from Baba Abdullahi's house. She told me he assaulted her sexually. I asked her why she didn't scream, but my daughter replied that he covered her mouth to stop her from screaming. He did the same to the younger sister. I had to report to the police. Please let him pay for his evil.
In recent times, cases of rape have become more rampant in Kaduna State. Most disturbing is the fact that majority of the rape cases that are reported usually involve old men raping minors. While the suspect is to be charged to court for trial, the police commissioner warns parents to be mindful of the whereabouts of their children.
And with that story of crime prosecution in Kaduna State, this edition of News Across Nigeria comes to a close. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Olumide Macaulay. See you again.